now.
So, Beck, what do you expect from our wonderful Tribeca Film Studio to make as a video game?
Nothing.
Nothing. You know what? Those are the best expectations to meet. So we'll see.
I mean, if you don't have expectations, then you can get, like, disappointed.
True, true.
So, there actually is a list of games that is supposed to be shown.
Oh. I'm very curious now.
A Plague Tale, Requiem, American Arcadia again, As Dusk Falls, Cuphead, because it's everywhere, Immortality, Oxenfree 2, The Cub, Thirsty Stories, and Venba.
All for joining us for the second annual Tribeca Games Spotlight.
Several of Tribeca's selections this year are second acts as well. Sequels that return to worlds or characters that we love, and fresh perspectives and new adventures.
Some tell stories about family, cultural identity, and coming of age as a child, a teen, or an adult facing a world that never stops changing.
They invite us to investigate mysteries and navigate familiar yet dangerous.
I didn't even know that Tribeca Studios did games.
Others explore our fears about the future through dystopian tales of environmental ruin or technology run amok.
But all of them offer us an opportunity to think, play, and challenge ourselves. Whether that means a much-needed break from the worries of our daily lives,
Here we go.
or an experience that tells us something true about what it means to be alive.
Whatever you're looking for, chances are
Oh no.
you'll find a little bit of it in these.
Happening.
Here are the 2022 Tribeca Games.
Not suitors. Whatever shall we do?
Oh dear.
I wish you could remove the pills.
The star of Thirsty Suitors,
And did they forget to
The
turn on
Thirsty
her
Suitors,
green
I
screen?
forgot about that. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did, but it's okay. Doesn't matter. They're not back home. They're in a studio. You know?
Maybe they haven't forgotten to turn off the green screen. Maybe it was planned to show the green screen.
Possibly. Who knows?
Seems odd.
Oh well. Possible. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. They're doing it to make fun of the whole thing, obviously. Thirsty Suitors, very pog. I heard of this game before.
The idea of making games about underrepresented cultures and themes.
Studio's about 15 folks, and we're scattered from Seattle, Washington to Vancouver, to the UK, Toronto, east coast of US.
Oh yeah, I saw this game a couple of years ago.
Our first project was a game called Falcon Age. It's an action-adventure game about raising a falcon and fighting colonizers.
Falcon Age was the first time I personally have ever worked closely with someone else who's brown and South Asian on a team. I'd been in the industry for about 8 years by that point, so that's actually pretty shocking when you think about it. And I think one of the great things about that for me
Oh boy.
is the kind of conversations you can have, the kind
I
of
want to
things you
loop.
can do, and you're coming from a similar basis and a similar background and experience. That background and experience.
Oh,
that's
God
what
damn it.
I'm really excited about what Thirsty Suitors.
I'm getting flashbacks of Miss
Yeah,
Marvel.
this thing's definitely
This reminds me of Last Stop,
It is
like a game
very-
on Game Pass.
I remember them talking about this a little bit ago. I remember this game.
Relationships, family pressure, and finding oneself.
Timber Hills, our hometown. I still don't get why we're back here.
Jala is an
Yeah.
extremely relatable character for anyone who's really had that moment of
Oh, boy.
going away from home and then coming back. She sometimes isn't quite aware of the things that she's doing in terms of like hurting people.
Maybe I should just.
I mean,
Tyler and
we gotta know her ex.
Oh, what's wrong with her ex?
He's also your ex.
Who's wrong with the ex?
There's lots of things wrong with Sergio.
Is something wrong with the ex? What did the ex do?
Sergio.
What is the ex?
It even reminds me of,
Yo,
like, a
are
JoJo
these the
character.
freaking 7 evil exes?
So what is going on?
This thirst level is high.
Space, like a fantasy land.
You look surprised.
I remember this was like a fighting game or something.
Oh no. They're
That
attacking
invitation
each other.
shut him down.
That is based on like
Hadouken hurt.
and beating up with each other. What I consciously did was not to have any punches that connect. All the tops are being used as thrown objects or punches and kicks exist.
Damn.
This looks interesting. Maybe I
I
will play this.
see. I see. So it's a word battle. Understandable.
Let's dance.
I don't want to see his chest hair. No. No.
It's too late.
Insult him.
Chest hair is definitely
Insult him.
Started thinking about the visual
How dare you do thirsty taunt?
that matched the lightheartedness and the theme of the game that I wanted to
Disturbed.
I like his
light.
what's the problem? Why would you be disturbed? Nothing's wrong here. Nothing's wrong here.
I mean, you wanted JRPGs, right? I mean, this is in a way one. It is turn-based battle.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Sure.
longest conversation we've had in over a decade.
I enjoyed the fact that this game is about reconciliation because that's something that a lot of people don't get to do in real life.
Oh no. No, not the silverware with Mom.
I've had this fantasy of you in my head for so long. It's
I'm
time I got to know
very
you.
confused.
I'm ready to move on if you are.
I'm glad we figured that out.
Good. Gotta figure that out. It's crazy.
Food plays a large role.
Yo, I love they have fucking knives. They go at each other with knives. Let's go.
That's what I meant.
That what you meant? I think you guys are all ahead of me, unfortunately.
For her to be able to do that on their
Possibly.
and, you know,
I keep hearing you say stuff that we've already talked about, so yeah. We probably are.
Well, that is
Slowpoke!
unfortunate.
Reading session in our game is supposed to be really easy and
It's
accessible.
not my
I
fault.
didn't want to make
I tried my
it a
best.
hardcore skate simulator. So
Nope,
the way we
Slowpoke.
designed the game is
Damn.
to make the players be able to do fun-looking things like wall run, grind.
Crying.
Wait, that game
I
we
do
were
like
looking
this
at,
grinding
Spirit
stuff.
Barrier, it's already
Yes.
$10.
Yes.
67% off.
I've played it.
Yeah. Spirit Fair, I heard it was really good.
That game is on Game Pass.
It's
I
on
think.
Game Pass, I think.
Yeah.
People
Ooh,
of
is
color
it?
and particularly like South Asians
I didn't actually know.
see themselves, but I think it's also a very enjoyable act of like speculation and fantasy for anyone else, you know, come be part of this. We're making a role-playing game. Part of the pleasure of that is in
They are making a role-playing game. I agree.
Oh no.
living their life.
Oh no, timed prompts. It's a rhythm game.
Oh no.
Let's go.
Wait, summon Mom!
Yo, what? God damn it, I wish I could be here. I want to see Summon Mom.
The mom slap.
Let's do it. The mom's here. The mom, is she gonna throw the chocolate? Does she throw the chocolate? She gets the chocolate!
Mutated Earth.
Dead.
One thing I hate in games is like when you have to hold a button to do stuff.
It's fair.
This is like cancer in games nowadays. We have this everywhere.
Understandable, and I dislike that too, to be honest.
Understandable, have a nice day.
They may get a lot more than what they bargained for.
Cuff Club
Generative
Wasteland.
Studio is a group of filmmakers, writers, architects, musicians, animators, and developers who make interactive experiences for a generation that might just live to witness the end times. We started experimenting with a couple of satirical games that led to
Oh yeah, the
Wasteland,
Cub. I remember it.
first commercial success. Currently, we demagogues are working on 2 games, one of which is a prequel and
Sure,
sequel to
Silicon
Pfp
Valley.
Wasteland, a 2D
That's where it all
cinematic
comes down.
platformer called The Cub.
Yes.
The Cub is essentially
Tesla
a jungle
City.
set in an urban Silicon Valley-like apocalypse.
Silicon
pain,
Valley
the
S
pain.
apocalypse. I'm so ready for that. That's crazy.
After the great climate catastrophe,
Gollum.
the ultra-rich have evacuated to Tesla City on Mars.
That
The
is
rest of us died.
nuts.
Years later, when a research mission revisits Earth, they spot a human-like mutant kid.
A
while
human
playing
mutant
golf.
kid. Let's go. I
Upon
do
discovering
love
the
human
Cub,
mutant
the
kids.
science
Those are always my
expedition
favorite kind of
turns into
kids.
a relentless safari-like hunt. The kid ducks
I know.
and dives
I
through urban
prefer
ruins.
Kitty
with
Kid.
barbarian bastard as a plan. While traversing this vibrant post-apocalyptic world,
Tesla
the
City.
space helmet he scavenged from a dead Martian. The
Yep.
helmet airs radio
Game made by
instantly
Elon
from Mars,
Musk
a radio
in his
station
free
in
time.
Mars, streaming music and stories
Obviously.
of Tesla City dwellers' memories of their former home, Earth.
Radio nostalgia from Mars.
You know, after he gave up on
As
buying
radio
Twitter,
is on a
he had to do
self-help
something with
hour
that
today.
money.
This
I mean,
is future
understandable.
archaeology.
I don't think he did give up on Twitter, right? I mean, they gave
Oh,
him the
no.
infos.
That prompts us to reevaluate the things we already
He's still
exist
trying to
today,
get out
from friends
without
and
paying
family
anything.
to basic things like air and water.
Intriguing. I'm
As Marshall
so
McLuhan would
curious,
say,
but
we march backwards
that's what
into
they're trying
the
to do
future.
there.
Similarly,
Good thing he didn't go
the
for
brutalist
Instagram.
architecture in the environment
90% of the
serves
user
many
base are
antagonist
bots.
functions. Brutalism stands for the 20th century and its apocalyptic war history. It stands for faith in large-scale progress through
This
technology
one
that
definitely
spans
feels like
multiple
more of a
regions,
film
which led
production
to
than
breakthroughs,
anything
but
else.
also to pollution and climate change.
Other than
It's
like
definitely
the
got a
Devolver,
cinematic flair.
the Devolver digital one, but that one's less, yeah, cinematic than this.
Millennial pink neons peppered throughout our game's cityscapes, such as Digidopamine or doom scrolling.
The Digidopamine, let's go.
Modernist architecture looks powerful, yet it's already turning into ruins, just as humanity might.
They've shown the same clip
The
several
game
times
is an
now.
homage to cinematic platforms such as Heart of Darkness,
Well,
but also
yes.
old school Sega games
I
like The
agree,
Jungle Book
actually.
or Aladdin.
Yep, same segment here. Once more. And the plane.
Further inspiration is drawn from classic literature, cinema,
There we
and popular
go.
culture, a
Boom,
reflection
boom, boom.
on our commitment to storytelling and world building. The game has numerous interactive objects to find that
Universal
enrich and
bliss.
inform the narrative, and also poke fun at future
Understandable.
and current events at the same time.
Maybe they have a lot of back.
Hopefully, the game will make people feel.
I hope so.
open the
I
player's
hope the
minds
game makes you
and
feel
thereby
like
bring a
open-minded
change
and
in
everything
global
else. It's
politics
very
and a
pog.
universal bliss for all
Having games that
humanity.
make people feel open-minded is very
Platformers are
pog, champ.
best at enlightenment
Oh boy.
of the soul.
It's the cub.
The fates of two families converge at a motel in the Arizona desert, where a robbery gone wrong changes all of their lives forever. As the tale unfolds over the next few decades, step into the
Oh, that's
shoes
what this
of
one
multiple
is.
characters to decide how that night will alter the course of their lives.
12
through a unique
minutes,
art
except
style
not
featuring
really.
actors digitally integrated into a beautiful cinematic world. This is As Dusk Falls.
Oh.
Hello, I'm Caroline.
We're here and we'd love to tell you more about interior here and we'd love to tell you here and we'd love you here and we'd love to tell you more here and we'd love to tell you more about
Hello,
we're here and we'd love to tell you more about
I hate this
interior
stupid
nights
fucking
and our
thing,
goals
you
as
know
Dusk
what? I
Falls.
hate, you know, I think I hate YouTube streams.
Why?
I have to reload again.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Damn. This has only happened with the YouTube stream and nothing else.
The decisions you make do have consequences.
Ah, cute.
That's crazy. Consequences.
Time drama that explores the
Yeah, the little girl.
lives of two
She's
families.
cute.
Where's the violence?
fair
Where is
enough.
the flames of death?
Family, the Walkers.
Look.
So, what's next? License plate game?
Not cute.
Another round of row your boat?
And
That's you.
Never
which
cute.
are the
Never
Walker
cute.
Sprit family.
I love when I heard her. I love when Nakami said cute. The guy was having the gun pointed at him on my screen.
As you play the game, you will be.
Aw, it's adorable. He's gonna die.
I mean, he probably had a cute gun.
Pretty cute gun, not gonna lie. Pretty cute gun.
And I plan to herd you to St. Louis in high spirits.
And on their way in Arizona, they get caught in a hostage situation.
Bet I do love me
There's
some
also
hostage
Jay,
situation.
who is one of the member of the other family, the hostage takers. So you get to understand the world from his perspective.
Jay. What?
Yeah, that's never gonna go well.
Little bro.
Yeah.
Look,
There's enough cash in that
See,
safe
here's
to
the little
last
girl.
2 weeks behind us. We stay alive, we keep the house, everything goes back to normal.
Oh, wow.
There's our third main character, who is
Blood.
Zoe,
6 to 19. That's a long, long time.
who you see
Damn.
across the 6 chapters from when she's 6 until she's 19, and she's becoming this young woman.
6 until 19. That's one hell of a generational
The
story.
visual art style of our game is unique, and it was crafted especially to tell this compelling story. It mixes beautifully painted 2D characters and sets them in an evocative 3D world.
This seems like a
We
lot of
filmed
extra
genuine
work.
and nuanced
Yeah.
performances from
It could
actors
be
to
a lot of
capture
extra
complex
work, but
emotions and
it
facial
might just be
expressions.
worth it.
Players
Who
don't
knows?
look at pixels; they watch people in all
Hey.
their humanity.
Your face!
When it comes about like writing the story, we work probably a bit more like TV. So it's a very long process. It's dozens of versions of script. So it's not a linear one version of the story. We have to think all the choices, all the narrative space, all the branches feeding.
This is the
into
best
one
one.
another. It's kind
All
of
them
a
branches.
3D
Let's
map.
go. I'm so curious. It's a choose your own adventure game. I wonder how they're gonna kind of mess it up.
How
Probably.
could you have thought you'd be happier without your family? I mean, without mine, I'd be. I don't know. I guess I just never liked being tied down. With a family, I felt trapped.
We wrote every character from a place of empathy, and we try not to be judgmental towards any of them. We try to understand each of them, and I hope the players will feel the same way and try to empathize and understand and relate with all of them.
Did you get the money? Oh, we got it all right. Nice work, guys. Hold on tight.
Oh boy.
Boy.
Yeah, not my
Moms.
game.
I mean, I can cook, but
Damn.
it usually doesn't
That's a lot
translate
of
well
cooking.
into games.
Family meals are a
What's
time
wrong
not
with
just to create
cooking?
memories,
Yo,
but
what
to
the
share them. For Venba,
fuck?
family, cooking is a way to connect to the culture and the life that she has left behind, and pass those memories on to a young
Cooking
son.
is so
Each
good, and I
recipe
don't understand.
She teaches him is not just a list of ingredients,
Issue.
but a piece of a much larger story about where he comes from. who his
Oh no!
family is,
Never take those
and the challenges
quizzes.
they face.
No.
Here's a taste of what's to come in Venba.
How did you get started in game development? Well, basically, I took a quiz online to figure out what my career should
Punch
be
crunch.
Give me the quiz.
when I was in high school, and after I did the
Punch
quiz,
crunch.
it said I should be a video game developer.
I did a similar quiz a couple of years ago,
We were
There we
working
go.
on
and
this
on my end it came out I should go into media stuff.
this Mega Man style boss rush.
In
game
mine,
about
they
this
said I
depressed
should
superhero
go.
who's super
Oh, what was
powerful,
it?
only has balloons.
Janitorial,
We were
I
a
think.
couple of months into the project when Abby texted me this paragraph pitch of Venba.
Yeah,
I
with
I
my,
remember
you
the
know,
day I was
degree
eating
in
lunch with
business
my
I should go
mom
into.
and my sister.
Janitorial work. Sure.
Hey man, editorials and business go hand in hand like butter and oil. I mean, what?
Who moves to Canada in the late 1980s. But during this move, her
I mean,
people get
not that
stabbed.
IT isn't
as
sort
a
of like
player,
janitorial
you will
work,
be,
but
cooking various South Indian dishes to
Yeah.
restore these recipes, but you will also
Don't
be
have to be
exploring
so real
the
about it.
family
The
and
idea. What do you mean? What's wrong with being so real? What did I do? What did we do wrong?
Maybe
What
because
did we
when
do
I
wrong,
was there, I
Boku?
felt,
Boca?
a connection to
Weirdo.
the idea because
Weirdo!
of a mother and a son. It was too
Damn.
compelling to not work on, so we decided to move on to Venba.
Venba at its core is about the relationship
Cries.
between parents and son. One aspect that we wanted to touch upon was the loss of language. As Kevin grows up here
And I did another test like 2 years ago, and it came out I should become a VTuber.
and he adopts
Yo, bet.
English instead. So as a result, the literal
somehow I don't
communication
think that was a real test.
Damn, these tests don't tell the truth. What the fuck you talking about?
As well, because in the travel, the words and the pages get damaged. So as a result, the communication between generations there too is quite broken. Venba, who feels a lot of guilt for having moved to Canada in the first place, doubles down on the things she holds dear, like her culture, her language, her food. The longer
Onions.
she stays here.
Yo, let's go.
So it becomes really important for her.
Why'd it have to be
fix the recipe,
onions?
Onions are dope.
Because for her, that's a way for this link.
I'm
to
allergic.
persist across
Cry for all I
Damn.
care.
I like onions and kebab.
Onions need to disappear from the face of this earth.
In our household, we very rarely ate outside food.
I'm allergic to
so
both
cooking was very
onions and
important.
peppers.
Everything
So,
was made from scratch and
Mushrooms are better than onions, anyways.
I disagree with you, actually. I love
And
onions.
unlike
I
food,
think
there were
you
no
need-
recipes. Food was just made by testing, taste, and providing
I need
us
no,
with
I need no mushrooms because onions is where it's at.
The cooking gameplay specifically was a
Dun
big
dun
challenge
dun
for us.
dun.
Most cooking games that we know take a lot of the physical elements of cooking, like chopping
You
an onion
know-
or flipping a pan, and turn those into actual gameplay mechanics.
oh no.
Yes.
This
Puzzle
didn't fit the
cooking.
theme
Puzzle
and the
cooking
story of
games?
Venba.
I'm so
no.
curious. I
That's where
want
the
this
damage
then.
recipe
Yo, I want to have a puzzle
came
cooking
to
game. What the fuck?
fruition.
I would starve to
Thought
death
that
with
a
this.
puzzle-based cooking game
I
made
love it.
for a
I
much
want
more
it so bad.
compelling and appropriate gameplay mechanic.
All right, let's see how it turns out. Tis, 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 tis. Oh, it went horribly.
really realistic.
That thing reminds me of like one of the crazy minions.
Dishware that we use, some utensils, just items from the kitchen.
Why in the world do you have a fuzzy whatever on your thermometer?
A lot of recording of actual cooking.
Why do you have it near a stove?
I wanted this
That's to get rid of the sound of wind.
in a similar background.
Yeah.
The sound of wind. I bet. Awesome. That's fantastic. That's oh wait, is that a sound recorder? Oh, that's a recorder. Oh, they're making sound effects.
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was a thermometer.
An in-game radio.
But still, you shouldn't have that near a fire. Okay.
Part of my life growing up, and we took a lot of effort to make sure
Oh.
that the songs sound
So
like something
upset.
you'd hear back home when you would turn the radio.
Aha!
It was the
Okay.
hardest
Aha.
thing for me to choose what recipes
Aha.
get showcased
Aha.
in the game. It's impossible to do
I
justice
don't know what I'm saying,
to the
dude.
wide range
Aha.
of dishes and cuisines that we have. Instead, I just focused on
Dum.
what recipes would make for
Okay.
fun gameplay puzzles and what ingredients would this family have living in Toronto.
Even though the story.
Damn, that's crazy. What ingredients would someone have living in
I
Toronto?
think it hits on some pretty universal.
What are your
themes.
favorite ingredients
sorts.
specifically in Toronto and nowhere else?
The influences for this game would primarily
Well,
come
Toronto is a
from
lot
stories
like
of
New
families
York.
that I see here,
Damn.
especially the relationship between
That's understandable.
first-generation parents and their children.
At least, that's my experience from having never
I
been
think that
to New York,
teacher will
but I've
probably
been
tell
to
these
Toronto once.
Intimate stories through gameplay.
Fair enough.
You know, maybe you'll.
Gimme, gimme,
you'll
gimme,
maybe
gimme.
Want to call your mother.
A
No.
Plague Tale.
Yeah. The first one is
2 years
great.
ago, the game A Plague Tale: Innocence
It's on Game
invited
Pass.
audiences into the world
Constantly
of
being disappointed by
teenage
these
girl living in
announcements.
14th century France.
What
As
did the
Alicia
announcements ever do
gets
to you? I
encouraged
don't
and
understand.
trained to protect your 5-year-old brother Hugo from soldiers on
I think the second one has like some building
swarms
aspect to
of
the game.
rats carrying the Black Plague, and the supernatural
We
evil
might
coursing
see
through
that.
Hugo's veins. Now, Amicia and Hugo are back in a new adventure called A Plague Tale
Yes.
Rescue. Get ready for hand-to-hand battles. on
Yo, let's
ruined
get this
castles,
Plague
need to
Tale
pick up
going.
adventures
I'm
on
so
the high
curious.
seas,
I want to see this.
and yes, more rats than ever.
Hey, he's French.
He doesn't deserve this.
Qui est Asobo en fait? Asobo, on est un studio de développement indépendant. On l'est depuis le début et depuis toujours. Au départ, c'est 12 passionnés qui fondent le studio limite dans un garage. Évidemment, aujourd'hui, on est 250, mais on a été rejoint par 250 passionnés aussi.
Oh no.
C'est ce qui nous permet de faire
They've let them die.
projets incroyables comme Microsoft Flight Simulator et
Love it.
tel Requiem par
Just
exemple.
let them die. Let them all perish.
The bite, yes.
The bite of... Yo, the bite? Yo, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, guys. Is that the bite of 87? No, I'm kidding.
C'est la première fois qu'on se lance vraiment
You need to go in timeout.
Oh, we have a ship. I love this.
Un jeu d'aventure, un soft action-adventure. Et on s'est dit qu'en fait, notre meilleure chance, c'était de
It is a pretty ship.
notre spécificité français, en fait. On est dans un pays chargé d'histoire.
I wish Ubisoft would have continued with that one-ship game.
Damn. Was that Skull and Bones? I haven't heard anything from Skull and Bones in
that
a
one.
while. I hate
They have
it.
been. It got a like alpha build that came out a little bit ago.
Really?
People weren't so happy with it though.
Partir dans le fantastique et dans l'émotionnel quand c'était nécessaire.
I don't know what's happening to me, Lucas. I feel my mind going.
Une grande sœur, un petit frère, c'est quelque chose qui résonne en nous, qui va parler un peu à tout le monde. Et donc ça a été vraiment le point de départ. Hugo et Amicia, ça a été les premiers personnages qui sont nés.
Amicia, la grande sœur, et sa manière d'appréhender un petit frère dont elle n'avait pas la charge et où tout d'un coup elle va en avoir toute la responsabilité. Hugo, qui est un jeune enfant qui ignore tout du monde et en réalité est chargé d'un pouvoir et qui le dépasse. Et comment ce duo va grandir ensemble et réaliser l'histoire beaucoup plus grande qu'eux qui est en train de se réaliser, donc qui sont les acteurs principaux.
It's bleeding again.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yes, we should fix that before it gets infected, I guess.
Amicia, donc, c'est une jeune fille, c'est pas une guerrière, donc...
It's a young girl that is not a warrior, but a young girl.
Et la survie.
We need to let you know that they are a young girl and not a warrior. Just a young girl. We hope you understand they are a young girl.
Après, Amicia, il y a des moments où elle va devoir combattre.
Well, back then, we weren't allowed to be warriors.
Unfortunately, I know. It's like, shoot.
Toutes ces phases-là construisant un rythme narratif.
Yeah.
Very crazy.
Strong women scare men.
Strong women scary. Strong women very scary. Look at Nakami over here. She has a book that's made of fire. Very scary.
Le concept c'était intéressant parce qu'il était vecteur d'émotions et de danger pour les enfants. Mais incarner une maladie, c'est jamais très évident, surtout dans un jeu vidéo où on doit avoir une adversité et pouvoir lutter contre quelque chose. Donc on a utilisé la représentation la plus symbolique de la peste, qui était les rats. Ça faisait une belle incarnation de la maladie, mais pour que ce soit impressionnant et qu'on ait cette sensation de propagation, il en fallait des milliers. Il fallait qu'on ait ces rats qui se déversent dans les champs, dans les forêts, pour montrer la maladie qui progresse et qui ravage tout sur son passage. Donc les rats sont une version amplifiée d'une maladie qui se propage. C'est à la fois une menace et un outil pour Amicia, c'est-à-dire que grâce au pouvoir d'Hugo, grâce à ses outils à elle-même, elle va pouvoir utiliser les rats pour progresser parfois, mais souvent elle va devoir faire face aussi pour trouver un moyen de les traverser sans se faire dévorer. On écrit nos chapitres un peu comme des épisodes. Cette impulsion qu'on a quand on regarde une série,
I mean,
la retranscrire en jeu vidéo, c'était essentiel pour nous.
Not clean at all, but it is kind of a pretty city.
C'est vraiment une architecture globale qui vient rythmer tout le jeu.
I do love the atmosphere of this whole game.
Alors chaque fois avec des challenges différents, parce que sur les phases d'exploration, on a toute la liberté au niveau
It looks like a modern Assassin's Creed game.
Dès que le joueur va rentrer dans une phase de combat, là, il va être beaucoup plus focalisé sur ce qu'il
Assassin's Creed games are bad.
de pondérer, de se
Yeah, but the graphic, but like the way the city is stylized and everything, it looks like Assassin's Creed.
Et donc tout ça se fait avec Kevin. Enfin voilà, c'est une discussion qui est permanente au fil de 3 ans de production.
I'm not sure how the game plays, so I can't say if that's like Assassin's Creed or not either. But you know.
Oh, so that's all you have to say? Come on. You can do better than that. You have a whole garrison here. Why don't you really let yourself go? Stop. No. Do you see the situation we're in? We were just supposed to get herbs.
Faire plein de projets nous a obligés.
I kind of wish he would speak slightly slower.
Mais très modulable.
I'm so rusty in my French that it's hard to keep up.
It doesn't matter for me, I don't understand a word.
Damn, that's crazy.
Et il nous faut un moyen de le solutionner, et ça permet d'atteindre des prouesses comme par exemple les gigantesques.
At least the game is in English.
sur les villes dans les trailers.
Look, I barely know English well enough. Y'all can't let me. I can't do another language.
Mais après, on a vu aussi nos faiblesses à certains
Parlez-vous français?
Notamment,
What?
Il a fallu
Mi no habla español.
Une logistique très lourde. Donc en fait, on a vraiment investi.
I speak Spanish a little bit too.
That's crazy.
Ça a permis d'avoir une énorme.
How dare you know languages? Matter with you? Fuck.
I don't know what's happening to me, Lucas. I feel my mind going.
Damn.
Olivier de Rivière, notre compositeur, c'est quelqu'un qui amène énormément de choses dans le jeu. Et donc il arrive, il a plein d'idées.
And one thing is like when they start to curse like in French, I can't take this seriously. It always sounds like, yeah, okay, you're fine.
Incroyable. Et on regarde le level en face ou la séquence en face, on se dit tiens, c'est super ce qu'il a fait, mais nous on n'est pas au niveau du coup. Donc va falloir se battre un peu pour
Going to
remonter,
improve the game up a bit
accompagner
using their music and their music. Look at that music. Isn't it prompting up our game? Buy our game. I just wish we had more.
I think music and sound is like one of the most important things in games.
That's fair. But it's just like, I know there's a lot of people try for marketing. Hey, our music's really good. So it's just, it feels weird to me as like, I hate when they're like thinking about the music's like super good. I'm just like, It's like a lot of people say it's like the music's super good, and to be fair, it could be. I think this one sounds like so far it is, but it's just like, you know.
And more Cuphead.
Damn. Didn't get
It was the
Cuphead. How dare.
When Cuphead,
I bet now I'm at
in
Cuphead.
2017, the first thing people noticed was the distinctive cartoon art style inspired by the golden age of American animation where every frame was drawn by hand. Now, Cuphead is back with a new adventure called Delicious Last Course with a whole bunch
Because of course it's delicious.
ways to die and a new heroine named Ms. Chalice. So, if
It's
you are up
delicious.
for the challenge,
Nummy.
get ready for
Nom
Cuphead
nom.
Delicious Last Course.
Delicious last course. That's crazy.
After the first
Bugman. Because that's who we want.
to go back
Bugman.
and revive some material that landed on the cutting room floor.
Toot, toot. Hi, Mugman, Cuphead, and the lovely Miss Chalice.
The Delicious Last Course is more fantastical cartoon action. It's a true.
I think we've determined that Alice is the most interesting character.
Yes.
This new
I wish we could remaster or remake of like Legend of Dragoon.
I know they were working on something along those lines.
Oh, really?
This was our
Yeah,
opportunity to
but I don't
further
think
explore
they've
animation, music,
actually done it.
play homages, all of which we didn't get
I
to in
see.
the first game.
It's Delicious Last Course. We have seen this boss at least.
Definitely did.
The origin of the
It's
original
a good thing you didn't get hit by that, otherwise you could have gotten messed up.
300 concepts.
Damn, they look so mad.
We began brainstorming in the 1930s tradition.
Yeah,
of
to be
giving
fair,
inanimate
Mugman's
objects
really
faces and
described as very aggressive.
We really wanted to create a central character that
Just
would
imagine it
sit
like a beer bottle.
alongside some of the iconic joyful heroes we loved growing up, like Felix the Cat and Mickey and Bimbo. And then one day we just had one of those amazing
You had aha moments. Make it a cup.
sketch of a
Would it
scene
die if you drink like all the stuff out of the brain?
began to
Yes.
If they had,
Yes.
one.
I mean,
I mean,
that's
just flip them upside down. Just flip them upside down.
Yeah. But how can they like? Okay, I mean, the soup would stay in, but yeah.
Joke's on you. They don't explore that, so oh fuck.
Having the chance to
I wouldn't expect them
re-explore
to,
this
really.
world, to make something special for our fans while taking our time.
I think there's one in it that does something with it, but you know, doesn't matter.
In so many ways, Cuphead, game and character, has been with our whole team through life's many changes. These
Sorry
characters
about
have
that.
become like children of sorts, and getting a chance to take them on a new adventure to close this chapter of their story is just really exciting.
I've seen so much of this game. Make it come out already. Make the DLC come out. It's okay.
2016's Oxenfree introduced the supernatural
Oxenfree.
a teenage girl named Alex and her friends.
I see a storm soldier. A stormtrooper.
Contemplating their futures and accidentally opening a ghostly rift.
Oxenfree was really neat.
A different kind of coming of age story. One about Riley in her 30s facing the choices she made as a young adult and figuring out what comes next. This is Oxenfree 2 Lost Signals.
Welcome. First, we're gonna have fun tonight, folks.
Looks like Oxenfree is having a bit too much fun over there.
Bit of a leap there. We could climb down here.
Nope.
Also,
no.
Broken leg.
Never. That feels like that would kill me.
Can you?
Oh.
Because.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
Riley! What I think has allowed Oxenfree to have such a long life in the hearts of our players are these characters. It's all about the characters.
The characters of Oxenfree are intended to feel like people that you would know.
You're invested in
Understandable.
Their well-being. The issues that they deal with are ones that everybody can relate to. What does it mean to lose somebody that you love? What does it mean to be entering a new moment of your life that you're totally unprepared for? It's open-ended enough that you can always ask yourself, what would I do in this situation?
Watch your step. I don't think this was meant for tourists.
It's sort of pretty, in a way.
No.
I think it can be.
In another life, I would have been a geologist. Or took at least an intro to geology course, you know?
Damn.
Oxenfree is a game about some really
Is there an intro to geology course? I'm very curious. I've never seen that in my school.
Riley's from Kamina, and unlike Alex and her friends in Oxenfree 1, Riley did not have the best time growing up in this area.
The first
Oh
game
no,
really
new characters.
Focus on a few classmates. This game is about Riley coming home and interacting with Jacob, who is somebody who she went to high school with, dealing with her father.
Here we go,
dealing with
let's
a
go
whole
for the
host of new
thing.
characters that are along this coast.
If you know the tunnels well enough, you can walk to and from practically any point in town completely underground.
Have you been down here before?
Me,
Until dawn.
No. Some of the kids do, or did, in high school. They'd crawl in here, light a fire, make out, or whatever. But I'm too little a fan of small.
Questionable facial hair.
Really see the desire.
That I can't even see.
Questionable facial hair? Where's the facial hair? I can't see the facial hair. It's a bit.
Take a look at Jacob.
I feel
He's got
blind.
this
I don't see the
questionable
facial hairs.
He's got the hipster hat.
I don't see this
Yeah,
facial hair
just
anywhere.
The light makes everything both less and more spooky. Weird, right?
And his animation also gave him that laid back kind of, hey, I'm just hanging out here in the woods, you're not being creepy.
Oh no,
Jacob
those
actually
dangerous
has
radios.
direct ties to the events of Oxenfree 1, and particularly the history of Maggie Adler. Maggie was the woman that first kind of discovered what radios could do. She was the one who was kind of tied to the events that really kicked off the whole story.
Hey, if you're on this frequency,
Yes.
my mom used to tell me stories. That's why I'm calling. Because one of the stories was about tonight and the things that are going on.
The cool thing about the radio is
Things
that
that are
it
going
opens
on.
up
I like the
different
radio
axes of
for a
exploration
third
to the
character,
It's not
but
just exploring Edwards Island as a space, it's exploring Edwards Island
And
as
Portal.
an infinite number of
Hmm.
kind of radio frequencies. Certain objects in the game will resonate with certain frequencies.
certain items resonate with certain frequencies. What? Why do you? Why would that be the case? I'm so curious.
1899.
Time travel.
That's a busy year.
Damn.
Hey, it worked, I think. I mean, we're not dead.
The alternate
We
timelines
aren't
in the
dead.
Oxenfree universe are really interesting.
Netflix actually has a new series that's set in 1899.
Changing the past.
Nice. Yo, what if they have a collab with the Netflix series? Let's go.
I don't think anyone's around. Let's see if the time tear opened anything up.
The player gets to open these portals in time and go through them and talk to these other ghostly characters.
And
The
freaky.
portals are getting open, and they don't want it
Freaky.
to happen, and so they've got to deal with the ramifications of that.
Portals are
I like the music in this.
very beautiful, very mysterious, but ultimately very dangerous.
Dang, are they dangerous?
Jacob?
Where'd Jacob go?
Stakes are very high for this one. One, we've got
Jacob.
a new set of antagonists who are actually actively
They're
trying to
time-traveling
overcome
wizards.
for some nefarious reasons. But two,
I love time
while that
traveling
is
stuff in
happening,
games
we're seeing
when it's
time
made
to
good.
time. Those tears are allowing things from
Hopefully.
completely other timelines to start coming in and out of our timeline. It's going to be much less about some localized little thing in this town, and it's more about the fabric of time and space kind of melting down.
I mean,
Damn.
look, when you're messing with the time-space continuum,
Oh, that can't be good.
bad idea.
Is leave possible? I'm very curious. Can one leave possibly?
Lost signals. Oh no,
Yeah.
the Reaper.
Uh-oh, Riley. I like oxen. I want to get the oxen-free lost signal. That looks cool. That actually looked cool.
What?
In Immortality, created by Sam Barlow, full transparency, I'm a huge fan of his previous games, her story. And
Oh, I remember hearing about
you don't just
this.
find one, you
I
find
think last
two
year.
unreleased films spanning over 3 decades.
Oh, are you kidding?
Marissa, Marcel.
Apparently on Monday, June 13th, 1 p.m. EDT, the VOD collection system will be under maintenance for about 4 hours. You won't be able to create, edit, or delete collections until maintenance is completed.
Uh-huh.
On Twitch.
On Twitch.
What is your name?
Marissa Marcel.
First heard about Marissa Marcel in 2015.
It's a good thing I don't rely on
I
them.
was listening into these old guys, writers, producers who were big in the 70s. They were swapping war stories, gossiping, and one of them brings up the story of Marissa Marcel.
Say, Twitch is
This
gonna be
actress
dead
who
for a good
shoots
4 hours.
3 movies over 3 decades, and how none of the movies ever comes out. I was interested, and after the party, I went home and I Googled and found very little of anything online, but I was intrigued, so I continued to dig and attempted to find something more concrete.
Now, we know you from the movie that you just finished shooting. It is finished, right?
Yeah, it's finished.
Yeah. If you don't know, it's a bit of a fairy tale. So Arthur Fisher, the great director, who you probably know from his movies such as Marion and The Man Who Dreamed,
Probably
was
heard from.
casting for his new movie, Ambrosio. And so instead of casting a recognizable face, he wanted to find some...
Freedom starts in 15 minutes, right?
Out and saw, how many was it? 10,000?
I think it was over 20,000.
20,000. He saw
Yes.
20,000 girls. And long story short, he picked you.
Yeah.
2 years ago, we were approached by an anonymous donor who handed over this huge cache of film. In it was footage from rehearsals.
I believe IGN is streaming both this and that.
As far as we
So,
can tell, this is everything that remains of the 3 Marissa Marcel.
obviously, this should be over by then.
Yeah.
Yep. I love to talk about movies in the game showcase. Very pog.
We brainstormed.
Yeah, I
how
think
best
the only
to
game I
use
really
this
want so
footage
far
to
is the
make it available to the world.
oxy-free 2 game.
Carefully cleaned and scanned all of the film, digitizing everything. But there were enough gaps where we
I mean,
weren't able
Plague
to
Tale's
cut full
interesting, but
Yeah,
not my
that's the
game.
only one. Black Tail is the only one that interests me.
Exploratory way of viewing film stories.
At least out of those games here.
We created a virtual movie-ola, a way of looking through the footage as if you were back in the editing suite with Arthur Fisher or John Durick. And to build on this idea, we came up with a new mechanic, a kind of visual concordance.
Wait, where was that blood? Where was that blood?
By match cut.
Blood. The blood is crazy. There isn't. I don't understand what you're talking about.
When you're
Who is
watching,
this
at
blood?
any point you can stop and point to an image, an actor, a prop, and the system will create a match cut to another piece of footage with that image.
Now it's worth more.
So you kind of surf through the footage in a way, following a breadcrumb trail of visuals, creating your own montage.
Huh. Interesting.
It's
So
both
this
expressive
thing.
and exploratory, like
This
the best.
game is kind of more of a, what is it, cinematic kind of point and click type thing?
Yes.
When you have a situation like this, where no one really knows what happened to Marissa Marcel, people tend to think things. Their imagination goes to dark places. I would not use the word haunted.
Immortality. This is me.
Is that you? Are you
Oh no.
immortal?
Not Arcadia.
Are you the embodiment of immortality?
Yeah. I die every 500 years when I come back.
Trevor Hill does. He lives in Arcadia, a utopian American town in the 1970s where the future seems brighter than ever. Like the other citizens of Arcadia, he is a contestant on a reality show where viewers are secretly...
Oh, now we're into Spanish.
When Trevor learns the truth from a
You
rogue
pulled the plug.
technician, he goes on the run. But how do you escape in a world
Raw
where
fury.
everyone is always watching?
Oh, we have seen this one. That was the game I wanted to play.
Yeah, this is the game we want to play. Well, I like the... It's the Truman Show, except in the game form. Let's go.
Let's make a VTuber game just like this.
VTuber Truman,
Please no.
crazy.
Bienvenidos a Arcadia.
Yo, that's crazy. The farther you get out of the bubble, the more you glitch from your model to a real life person.
Y de lujos, sin saber que están siendo grabados las 24 horas del día. Para nuestro protagonista Trevor, que vive una vida simple, aburrida.
Damn.
Stop. Immediately.
What are we stopping out there?
Cuando descubre la verdad, tendrá que escapar de Arcadia.
Angela.
Oh, looks like your life just got less boring.
Por otro lado está Ángela. Es el ángel de la guarda de Trevor. Es una hacker dispuesta a todo con tal de salvar
Hacker
a una
really do
persona
anything to
normal.
save a normal
Por el
person?
mero hecho
Hell
de hacer el bien.
yeah. I'm sure she doesn't have any motive at all.
Wait to the server room.
None
By
whatsoever.
surveillance cameras. I need to get close to the cameras and upload the loop footage from my cell phone.
Oh, here we go.
Fuertes de American Arcadia es la dualidad entre
Spin.
y eso
Spin.
también se ha intentado transmitir.
Yeah, the gameplay looks different between. So, Angelica's is first person, and his is third person gameplay.
Yes, trust me.
Oh, and he can hack, and she can hack the thing as well. Oh, that's cool.
Tenemos
Yes.
dos tipos de gameplay totalmente diferenciados. Por un lado tenemos el side scroller, el 2.5D,
Yeah, 2.5D side scroller with puzzles and action chases. Very cool.
Por otro lado,
Then we
tenemos
have the
la
first
jugabilidad
person
en primera
gameplay.
persona, en un tono un poco más pausado, que nos lleva a
Yeah, they're
experimentar
hacking.
mecánicas de exploración,
This is gonna be such a cool game.
usando siempre
I think it's gonna be so.
los puzzles como parte
And
de
he
la
just
aventura.
said that his biggest things
All the videos
were
are uploaded and playing
The Truman Show
I can
and
access
Logan's
them
Run.
now.
Y bueno, para American Arcadia, las
Yeah, the most immediate visual references are Truman Show. Yeah.
La fuga de Logan, el prisionero.
What is Logan's Run? Is that like a similar thing to Truman Show, or?
You've never seen Logan's Run?
No, I've never seen the Truman Show. I only heard of it.
It's a classic movie, but
Bet.
you can look up Logan's Run.
Bet. I'll do that.
Muchos de los programas de
76, that's when it came out.
Cursos, etcétera, que veíamos en nuestra niñez, pues están presentes de alguna manera en American Arcadia. Una visión bastante brillante y colorida de lo que serían los años 70. Los personajes,
When we make a game, I make the props.
incluso el mobiliario, representan esta versión utópica y bastante kitsch de una ciudad de los años 70.
Siempre me gusta tener un tema principal para el juego y diferentes leitmotivs para los diferentes personajes que se van uniendo en una única banda sonora donde se van mezclando y representarán los dos mundos, tanto el de los 70
Hug your teddy bear.
Mezclando elementos
A
electrónicos.
bit of electronic and orchestral elements.
I don't have a teddy bear.
Jeez, man, just hug your teddy
I have a
bear
kitty
and
cat.
I'll try to turn on the lights, okay?
Damn.
Okay, is that
I had a cat, but she's dead.
Let's try to find a way out of here.
Died a couple of years ago. Bad
I
liver.
didn't mean a living one. I meant A plushie.
Terrible shape, man. Did you get it?
I wish I still had a kitty cat.
No, not since.
But she was really old.
Because of my metabolism.
21 years. That's extremely
wow.
old for a cat. Yeah.
Mine got to 17, and that was old.
Yeah, 17 is old, yep.
Dang.
In Arcadia, what we want to tell is that you don't need to live just for getting likes on social networks.
He's
Just
awesome.
Okay, I guess that's it.
I just want American Arcadia. That's the main one that I want there. We've seen that game already. I want American Arcadia. I've wanted American Arcadia. Let's go.